Back. So in this video we're going to learn how to get the auth key from the MSG91 API as this plugin uses the MSG91 API, and how to do the OTP verification with the contact form 7. Okay, cool. So you can go into this link, which is message91.com sign up. You can sign up and get the auth key, authorization key. Okay, and basically the link for this message91.com will be there in the video description, so you can take it from there as well. I'm sure you already know how to install the plugin. Okay, so and this is the plugin. Basically I've already activated it, Orion SMS OTP verification. Once you activate this plugin, you will have a menu created over here, which is Orion OTP right here, and once you click on it, you will have all the settings that it requires. So these are the required fields. The ones you see it with the star, obviously the required ones. There are different sections. So this field, these three set of fields, is required for all sort of forms. One is the auth key, sender's ID, and country code. Then you have a different section which is for user registration or contact form 7 settings. So if you're going to use this plugin with the contact form 7 or any standard user registration OTP verification, then you go ahead and fill up this field as well. And if you want to use it to send the forgot password link and send the new password in SMS to the user, then you need to fill this part of fields. So they're very simple and pretty basic, and as we proceed you will know why we require them, so that this plugin can function perfect, and you don't have to worry about writing any codes for this. So it's very simple. Okay, so auth key basically is something you will get on the link that we just mentioned about message91.com sign up. Okay, and next thing, we need the sender ID. So let me just zoom it. So sender ID is basically the name of your company, basically, or your name. So whenever you get a message, you must have seen that if you get a message from Amazon and they have some 3 or 4 digit letter code for that Amazon. Okay, Flipkart have their own. So depending on if you're going to use it for your company or for yourself, you can write whatever name you want to prefer over here. Okay, preferably a 6-digit one. Okay, and then the country code. So this is not 6-digit, but I just need to put 6 digits here. So 4, whatever you want to put, you can put here. Country code, you can use it for India, you can use it for other countries, so you can put a country code over here. Okay, and make sure you don't include the plus sign. So it has to be without plus sign. So if your country code for India is +91, you just put 91. If you're using it for US, then it's just instead of +1, you just put 1, for example. Okay, then you need these fields basically if you're going to use it for contact form 7 or any other user registration, any standard form. Okay, so let's go through this step by step. So in order for you to use it with the contact form 7, the first thing you need to do is obviously have the contact form 7 plugin. I have already installed one. You can just search for this plugin, contact form 7, on the WordPress plugin, and once you do that, you can activate this plugin. It's a very useful plugin to store the user's data like name, email address, message, and things like that. Okay, contact form. Okay, so this plugin should be somewhere here. You can see contact form 7. This is the plugin, and this plugin creates a menu just like ours. So it creates a menu over here, and where you can put all the settings. Okay, so what you need to do basically is you can see this particular short code. So all you have to do is copy this short code and go ahead and paste it into any of your pages which you're going to use for the contact form 7. So let's say I create a new page and I name it as my contact form, and I go ahead and paste this shortcode and publish the page. Okay, now if I go ahead and open this particular link of the page, you will notice that I already have the form basically, okay, with a name and email address and everything. Okay, now what you need to do basically is if you already have a mobile input field, then you have a choice of not creating a new one, and in case if you don't, you can create a new one as well. So there are certain fields we required. So basically we require the contract form class name or ID name. So all you have to do is just click over here. Okay, first let me delete all of this so you don't get confused. I'm going to save it. Okay, so this needs the contact form selector, which is a form class name or ID name. So if it's a class name, it should start with dot. If it's an ID, then it should start with hash, and that's what you need to put over here. So all you have to do is just do an inspect element over here, look for the form element. So I'll scroll up. I got the form, so you can see this is the form basically. Okay, so edit as HTML. So again, this is the form and this is the class name of the form, right? So we require this so that we can insert our own mobile input field there. Without that, we won't be able to show that. Okay, so let's go ahead and put that there. And make sure if it's a class name, put dot, and if it's an ID, just prefix it with hash. So in our case, it's a class name, so I'll just use dot. Okay, and then what we need is the submit button selector, class name or ID. So again, I will go over here, I will check. What's the okay, sorry, this is the send button. First let me select no, save it. Okay, you were seeing this mobile input field over there because I was using my previous settings, so just ignore that. Okay, so what we got so far is the contact form selector, which is the class name with the dot as a prefix. Now I need the submit button selector. So I'll go over here. This is my submit button, which is a send button. Inspect element. I will get the class name, so I can see the class. There are two classes, this one and this one, so I'll use this because this looks slightly unique. Okay, so I'll use this WPSCF7 submit, and since it's a class name, I will prefix it with dot. Increase the font so you can see it. Okay, so you got the form selector class name, prefix it with dot. You got the submit button selector dot. Okay, now it's asking you, do you want to create a mobile input field? So in my case, I don't want to. Okay, so I know currently I don't have a mobile field, but contact form 7 does give you an option to create a mobile input field. Okay, so let's say I'm selecting no here. Okay, and I'll save it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to create the mobile input field using the contact form 7 shortcode. So this is the shortcode basically. I'm just going to paste it over there. So this is something you need to paste it in the settings of the contact form. So click on the contact menu. Okay, and then click on edit to the first one which we just created. and just put your this code wherever you want the um, mobile input field to be put. So you can put mobile. Your mobile is the name that will be shown over here. So if I had to just save it and then refresh this page, you can see your mobile is created and the input field is created. So your mobile name is basically the name that you're going to put over here. Okay, and then required means it's an asterisk sign, that is, it is required field. Your mobile is basically the input name. Okay, so you can change your mobile to something else. You can change this your mobile to something else as well. So if you do an inspect element for your mobile input field, you will notice that the name of this input is your mobile. Okay, cool. So what you need to do now basically is, since you already got an input field in your plugin, you don't need an input field for mobile because you already have one and you want to use this one, the existing one. So all you have to do is over here just say that you don't need it. So create a mobile input field, no. So I've selected no here, and then it'll ask you for pre-existing mobile input field name. Okay, so obviously if I want to create some of the input fields over there, I need to know where I need to create. That's why I need this input name. Okay, so basically this input name is for that mobile input that's already existing. So this is the mobile input that's already existing, and the name, as you can see, is your mobile. So all you have to do is just put your mobile over here. Since this is not a selector, we don't, I mean, in terms of class or ID, we don't have to prefix it. So you just write your mobile. Okay, and then the next thing it's asking you is the template. So when the user receives the message, in what format do you want, what do you want to write there? So this part can be different, this part can be different, but just make sure that you put this braces, okay, curly braces, and put OTP inside that, because this is where the password will be inserted. So I can write your mobile OTP is OTP. Make sure you write this inside of curly braces, and then the rest of the code could be different, like don't share your password with anyone else, or whatever you want to write up, just a test one. Okay, so let's save the changes. That's all you need basically for the contact form 7. Okay, you save it, and once you save it, you will notice if you go back to that page and you refresh the page, you will have the option to send OTP to be created over there. So you can see that you've got the send OTP option over here. So all you have to do now is basically put your mobile number there. Now one thing you'll notice that how it works is it won't allow the form to be submitted unless the user has done the mobile verification. Okay, OTP verification. So if I try to submit over here, if I try to click on send, it says please verify OTP. Yeah, so it's not allowing me. Okay, so even if I fill all these, I fill my email, and I put my mobile number there, 960119060, put my subject. So you can see that I filled all the required fields. So ideally the form should be submitted, but it won't happen. Let's try that. Send. You can see that please verify your OTP. So this is disturbing, but there is a message like that on top, so you get a pop-up. So unless you verify the OTP, the form it won't allow the form to be submitted. Okay, so that's kind of mechanism is set behind the scenes so that it doesn't allow the form to be submitted unless you verify. So let's try that. Let's click on send OTP. And sure enough, OTP sent to your mobile. Okay, so I've got my OTP, so I'm going to enter that. So I've got my OTP on my mobile. So I'm going to enter the OTP. If I enter incorrect OTP, if I click on verify OTP, obviously it's saying OTP entered is incorrect. But if I enter the correct one, also notice that the mobile field has been grayed out. So user cannot re-enter another mobile over here unless he submits the form or refreshes the page. So click on verify OTP, and sure enough, it's been verified. Thanks for verification, it says over here. Okay, and now you can see that this is grayed out, so you can't do anything. Mobile number has been verified. Now if I try to submit the form, sure enough, it will allow me to submit the form. Let's try that. Send. You can see thank you for your message. The message has been sent. You can see everything is back to normal. We've got our email option to be sent, subject, everything. So all this information has been saved in the database, and our mobile is also verified. Mobile number is also verified. Okay, last but not the least for this video is I want to show you, in case if you don't have the mobile input field available and you do want to create one over here. So what do I do about that? So let's first remove the mobile input field from here. So let's go to contact. Just edit it. Just ignore this error for now. Remove this shortcode. So now there will be no pre-existing mobile input field. If I go to the form, refresh the page, and sure enough, I don't have the mobile input field. So what do I do? So this plugin is a really cool plugin. It does give you an option to create your own mobile input field. So let's do that. Let's go to Orion OTP settings. We go over here, and in the contact form 7, you do have an option to create a mobile input field. So you select yes, and that's it. That's all you have to do. This is already there. Just save it. Go back, refresh the page, and sure enough, you've got your mobile number field created over here. So remember, you did have to, in that situation also, you did have to give the contact form selector and submit button selector, and obviously the template that you want to use when sending the SMS. So if you go over here and put the mobile number 0119060, click on send OTP. You can see OTP has been sent. There's a pop-up here. Because I've zoomed it, it's not showing clearly, but it is there. Now it needs the OTP, so I've received the OTP on my mobile. I'm just going to enter it there. So I have entered my OTP. Click on verify OTP. We got some error, I think. Let's try that. OTP entered is incorrect. Okay, there's something wrong somewhere. What is wrong? Okay, there's a space. Okay. Verify, and sure enough, thanks for the verification. I got a pop-up, and this is grayed out, and obviously we've got everything that we wanted. We can just fill in the information and click on the send button. So that's how you can see how simple, how easy it is to use this plugin for the mobile number verification. All you have to do is just fill up the basic fields, and then obviously it allows you to either create a mobile input field if it does not already exist, or just use the same one if it does already exist, and do the mobile OTP verification and send the user with the message that which is customized by you with your name on it as well. Okay, cool. So in the next video, we're going to learn how to use it with the standard form. We learn how to use it with contact form 7. We learned obviously to get the auth key and to fill all the fields, and in the next video we're going to learn how to do a user registration with the OTP verification with the any standard form you could be using. Okay, see you then. Bye bye.